on nonsense. I'm taking rappers hostage. Send them in seminars, teach them how to prosper. Throw away money on cars and jewelry. Whips and chains, that's appropriate slang. We become slaves to the idiosyncrasies of rap songs that play on the radio frequencies. We all desire a higher position. Selfish ambition, it's a critical condition. You're not giving yourself a chance, like jumping out of plane wearing parachute pants. It's all the right words with the wrong emphasis. Ignorance attacks, we become our own nemesis. I tell it how it is, remember how it was when I started rapping. I did it for the love, no matter where you're from, wherever you're at and wherever you go, yo, remember your path.
The world's heavyweight champion of sports and Guy Talk Radio. This is the Doug Stewart Show, where we daily tell the truth and shame the devil on a daily basis. Yes, sir. That's what we do around here. 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedugstewartshow.com. So, I'm tweeting a lot of stuff, man. I use Twitter kind of like promotion for the show. If y'all if y'all see a tweet y'all like from me, make sure and retweet it, man. And it helps, bring awareness to people about the damn show. Guerrilla marketing. And so one of the things that popped into my mind, man, was the fact that, Jalen Hurts and Deshaun Watson in this national championship game, dual-threat quarterbacks at the highest level playing in the national championship game of college football. And the fact that Deshaun Watson is from Georgia. And then it made me think about Cam Newton being from Georgia as well. But funny, Deshaun Watson plays for the Clemson Tigers. Cam Newton had to play for Auburn. When they were both coming out of high school, Georgia didn't really recruit them to that degree you would think that players of that talent should have been recruited. And that's my whole argument about this thing. So I posted this, man, and I got a lot of flack from Georgia fans defending Mark Richt. He's gone. Like, Mark Richt is gone. Why y'all still defending Mark Richt? And, well, when Deshaun was coming out, he committed to Clemson when he was a sophomore in high school. I don't care. Cats get flipped all the time, and if you thought so much of a player that he could help your squad win a national championship, you would continue to try to get that guy to flip. That's what they call the term. When you flip from one team, one commitment, and come to your team. So they never really tried to get Deshaun Watson to flip when he committed, and Deshaun Watson's head coach or his offensive coordinator, I can't remember exactly what it was, ended up being like a coordinator or something at Clemson, so it was kind of like a package deal. But the point in that is even when he committed early to go to Clemson, Georgia really didn't put forth the effort to try to get him to flip. It was like, oh, well, he's going to Clemson, no big deal. We ain't worried about it anyway. Not of which we were reminded this morning by an article that was put out by Dog Nation of a tweet that Deshaun Watson sent out back in 2012 once he had already committed to go to Clemson. He says it's funny how Mike Bobo at the time was the offensive coordinator, former Georgia quarterback at the time. He was the former offensive coordinator, or maybe he even was the quarterback's coach at the time. I can't remember exactly what was going on back in 2012 with Georgia. But Deshaun Watson tweeted out, and I'll give you the exact date, December 4th, 2012. It's funny how Mike Bobo don't think I'm good enough to play at Georgia. Laugh out loud. And then you hear the stories about Cam Newton, played at Westlake High School, which is basically ATL that is Atlanta, Cam Newton, they wanted Cam Newton to play tight end. Well, you can come play it for us at Georgia, but you're going to have to play tight end. What the F? Not only that, you can take a look at Blake Sims and what he did down there at Alabama, going to a national championship. I don't know if they went to a national championship. I don't think they did. Or if they did, they lost. Blake Sims didn't win a national championship. Blake Sims at Alabama. You can talk about Nick Marshall at Auburn. All of these cats are from the state of Georgia. Nick Marshall he went to Georgia, but they had him playing defensive back. He got kicked off the team, went to junior college, and then he comes back to Auburn, balls out of control, takes Auburn to a national championship. Gene Chizik thought he was good enough to play quarterback. And really, this isn't so much about Georgia, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. This isn't so much about Georgia. This is about Mark Richt and kind of like his template for what he thought a quarterback should be. Like in his mind, we talked about it earlier, in Mark Richt's mind, based on the guys that he brought in at quarterback, like the quarterback should be a pocket quarterback. You know, even though in 2016 and the previous couple of years, it's become more and more, fashionable to get a dual-threat quarterback. I say it all the time, man. Having two threats is always better than one in my book. And so you look at the quarterbacks that played under Mark Richt when he was the head coach of the Georgia Bulldogs. David Green, DJ Shockley. People argue DJ Shockley was a dual-threat quarterback. I don't really remember DJ Shockley, and they kind of, mix in the fact that DJ Shockley's black with being a dual-threat quarterback. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're a dual-threat quarterback if you're black, and vice versa. So DJ Shockley, I don't remember Shockley being that type of guy. I remember Shockley being a prototypical type guy that would sit in the pocket. He had athleticism, but I wouldn't, from what I remember, I don't remember DJ Shockley really being a dual-threat quarterback. So you had David Green, you had DJ Shockley, you had Matthew Stafford, you had Joe Cox, Aaron Murray, Hudson Mason, Grayson Lambert, and then you got this cat that they're right now, Jacob Eason, that he went all the way out there to West Bum F, Washington to bring back over here to Georgia. I continue to say it, man. The game is evolving, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. The game is evolving. Just like I never see Nick Saban go to a spread offense, Nick Saban does what he has to do to win. And from what I understand, Mark Richt is now, he's buying into it, this whole dual-threat phenomenon, and he's getting him a dual-threat quarterback down there in Miami. Hey, man, it is what it is. I talked about it earlier. You could have realistically had 4 dual-threat or, slash black quarterbacks, athletic quarterbacks in this year's college football playoffs. You had 3 of them. You had 2 last night in the national championship game, and you got coaches around here, refusing to give home state kids an opportunity just because they don't fit the mold of what you think or what they think a quarterback should be. Well, this is the system that they run. Mark Richt's system calls for this type of quarterback. Man, damn a system. Adapt to the player. If you can get a 5-star player that can run and throw, why would you want to get a player that can just do one? Once again, 2 is better than 1. Dual is better than 1. Don't be a dummy. Don't be a dummy. You let Deshaun Watson just up and leave and go to Clemson without a fight. Now listen, let me make sure I clarify this as well. I'm not saying that you're going to get every good player that comes out of your state. There's too many great players. There's a plethora of great players in the state of Georgia. My point is that a player like Cam Newton, a generational type player, and evidently a generational type player like Deshaun Watson, you don't let them leave without a fight. And not only did Georgia not let them leave or let them leave without a fight, but really they didn't even care. They were trying to make Cam Newton into a tight end, and just like I said, he may have committed early, but that don't matter. They let Deshaun Watson leave without a damn fight. Go ahead. They let him leave without a fight. Maybe you don't get him, but damn it, you better be fighting tooth and nail to the very end to get Cam Newton to come play football for you. If you're a program in the state of Georgia, you better be fighting tooth and nail to get Deshaun Watson till the very end. Until he signed his name on that dotted line, you better be fighting and scraping and scrapping and biting and kicking, trying to get Deshaun Watson to come to your school. And the Georgia Bulldogs didn't do that. They didn't do it. They did not do it. I don't care what anybody says. I've heard all these excuses. Well, this, that, and the other. And no. You feel bad. You feel silly now. You keep stocking the darn stable with Grayson Lamberts of the world and Jacob Easton's of the world. And they might be fine quarterbacks. But you got these kids right here in this state. And listen, let's keep it real. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, and I'm almost done ranting. Georgia and Georgia Tech, it's not even a question who gets the talent. Who wants to get the best players? Who gets the best players? It's Georgia. Georgia gets to pick of the litter of these kids in this state, just like a lot of other big programs in the country, where there's two, Division I big-time programs. In relative terms, yeah, there's Georgia and there's Georgia Tech. But anybody that knows anything about football around here knows that Georgia gets to pick of the litter of these kids from this state. And the fact that you didn't really go after hard with the effort that you should have to get Deshaun Watson or to get Cam Newton is a disgrace. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, Jack. So says Doug Stewart. All right, when we get back from the break, tell you what I'm going to do. It'll be the top of the third hour. We call it the power hour. All I'm going to do is read chat, get some of your thoughts on what we talked about today. That's all I'm going to do. Don't go away. Back in 3 minutes, the Doug Stewart Show.
Queen Cash.
Okay.
Kill the music.
Queen Cash.
Let's go.
Yo. Guess who's on the track? Move like a running back. Beats my way through. Ho, never that. You whack if you don't recognize a star. When you see a lot of broads wanna be her, but they have no idea how to get this swagger. It's partly my fault, but I can't help it. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, and I'm so righteous. It's me, your raw finest. Your girl, Queen Cash. I got this, be honest. You never heard a female rapper with so many skills. You got physical, lyrical, and personal appeal, but ill. I got so many people hating on me still. Too bad, I just don't give a damn about how nobody feel. For real, be easy, I'm trying to do me. The throne is my home, so who gonna move me, huh? Yeah, slick talk if you wanna. My girls will fade you away like ink toner.
You can't play her, you can't poke her. It's a pair of queens, but this ain't poker. We looking for kings and yellow jokers, pulling niggas' cards from coast to coast, girl. You can't play her, you can't poke her. It's a pair of queens, but this ain't poker. We looking for kings and yellow jokers, pulling niggas' cards from coast to coast, girl. I'm so cute. Salute, nah, just kiss my royal ass. Me and Cash, just a couple of queens, thick chicks, from C cups to the jeans. Album number 2, I re-up on the fiends, exotic model on the side to double the cream. See the heavy head jewelry I carry around. That's right, hoes, I'm wearing the crown. If you get with Queen Cash, I ain't sharing it now. I got it very sick and arrogant Bay Area sound. Hate to see the diva poster start tearing them down. Hey, I'm a run from Miss America now. If you're near to us, bow, kneel to the ground. Niggas break their necks to pay respects. I'm so cute, salute. Nah, just kiss my royal ass. First lady of the Bay, connected to the East Coast beef. No, it's all gravy like meatloaf. Catch me in Oakland blowing purple weed smoke, or at a mansion